In a stark deviation from political pundit expectations, the much-touted political heavyweight and Florida Governor Ron DeSantis found himself facing headwinds rather than tailwinds in the Hawkeye State. Tipped as the next coming of Trump, DeSantis was projected to be a fighter primed to rally the grassroots with the same vigor, but without the excesses that have clouded the former president's legacy. Despite a substantial war chest and aggressive campaign maneuvers, the anticipated political boon in Iowa failed to materialize. Before delving into the crux of Ron DeSantis' Iowan impasse, it is crucial to understand the significance of Iowa in the broader political landscape. Iowa traditionally holds the first-in-the-nation presidential caucuses, making it a barometer for a candidate's initial strength and appeal among the party faithful ahead of a national campaign. A strong performance can slingshot a contender into the top tier of the race, while a poor showing often spells an early exit. DeSantis' strategy was ostensibly crafted to replicate the grassroots success of the Trump campaign, a feat which drew on populist rhetoric and a promise to combat establishment politics. It banked heavily on the governor's fervent base and his track record in Florida, particularly his vehement stance on hot-button issues such as immigration, education, and COVID-19 restrictions, or a marked lack thereof. However, DeSantis' campaign narrative seemed to strike an unexpected chord, or lack thereof, with Iowan audiences. Analysts speculate that his messaging, perceived as fiery in the Sunshine State, did not resonate with the same intensity in the Midwest. This underscores the quintessential challenge of American presidential politics. A strategy that is successful in one state may not translate across regional divides. One issue is that political capital, while potent, isn't always transferable. Governor DeSantis, while a household name in his home state and among political commentators, faced the arduous task of introducing himself to an Iowan electorate that is famously discerning and often values personal interactions with candidates. In addition to the governor's underwhelming resonance with Iowa voters, there was also the underlying narrative of unparalleled expectations. Any signs of a shortfall were amplified in the wake of hype from political onlookers who drew premature parallels between DeSantis and Trump's ascendancy. Furthermore, the landscape of Republican politics has shifted since Trump's initial 2016 campaign. Voters are looking for leadership that encapsulates the boldest aspects of Trump's tenure, while distancing themselves from the controversy that dogged his administration. DeSantis, perhaps, has yet to strike that delicate balance in a way that appeals across the board. His sizable campaign resources may not have been leveraged as effectively as needed in the crucial early stages of this pre-primary gauntlet. The relevance of DeSantis' Iowa stumble cannot be overstated. Iowa is a bellwether, and its verdict can shift national political currents. As the United States readies itself for another presidential election cycle, the initial performance of high-profile candidates serves as a litmus test for their viability and sets the tone for their subsequent campaigns. Governor DeSantis' lag in Iowa poses more questions than answers. It sparks a debate over how a political figure can translate regional appeal into national success. For political circles and the broader public, it also invites a reassessment of the presumed narratives in American politics. As the road to the White House begins in earnest, all eyes remain on how the contenders will adapt their strategies and messaging to resonate with a diverse and increasingly discerning electorate.